Hey everybody, it's the Last Robo-Kai here, and welcome to the final episode of Let's Play Dawn of War. Obviously not of the Dawn of War series in general, but it is the finale. Sindri has burned through every single pawn and puppet that he could dredge up, and his plan is almost ready. The warp storm is almost upon us, and it's down to Gabriel Angelos and the Blood Ravens to fucking end this jerk and stop his threat to the entire system, and then get the hell out before they get trapped on a world with a demon that likes to make everybody crazy, violent, hate each other. And joining me for this explosive finale...
Hooray! It is I, cool guy. And oh my gosh, I absolutely love this finale. It's so freaking... I love this finale. It's so good. Like, it absolutely lives up to everything a Warhammer 40k finale should be. So it's just like, I'm so excited.
Yeah, and so let's get stuck straight in.
The planet of Tartarus is ravaged. Its population has fled or died under the foot of the Orc. Its cities are smashed and burning. Its very ground is irrevocably tainted with the blood of aliens, traitors, and cultists. There is nothing left. Nothing but blasphemous heathens and the mighty space marines who will destroy them. In this dark place, in this dark hour, we will stand against the enemies of the Emperor, and they will know that not even here on this desecrated infernal rock will we suffer the existence of the heretic. Not now, not ever.
Well, that doesn't look good.
This disturbance is acting like a beacon for the warp storm, accelerating its arrival.
We have little time left. We must assume Sindri has released the demon.
Then our course is clear. We must destroy it. However meager our armaments are today, the demon will not find our hearts lacking.
I know. I believe you, Captain. Here.
What is this?
A demon hammer. God Splitter. We have always intended to destroy the demon within the stone. Would we not appear the fools without the means to dispense our wills?
You entrust this artifact to me?
I can think of no better champion to wield God Splitter against the demon. And you can call it a premonition, but I believe you will end this fight, not I. You are thinking of the traitor Isidore. I render judgment on more people than you can imagine, Captain. Trust me, you are not responsible for the failings or strengths of others. It is not our lot to test their purity. We merely dispense the Emperor's justice when they fail.
The Eldar, if they are this desperate to waste their already meager forces,
then matters are truly dire. Prepare yourself. You are about to enter a battlefield, unlike any other.
Almost a moment more, damn you! Yes, it is upon us! Bear witness to my ascension!
So Sindri has ascended to Demon Princehood through the power of the Maledictum. It is...
grants the demon prince
Yeah.
Sindri unheard of power, but we shall yet be victorious. Pure hearts and the Emperor's word are more than a match for these abominations.
So let's...
But, you know, a couple of really huge guns won't hurt.
Yeah. Well, they won't hurt us. They'll hopefully hurt the Demon Prince Sindri. So, Demon Princehood is the endgame that all chaos-worshipping mortals aspire towards in some way. Obviously, like, you know, some might not, but they're kind of idiots in thrall on their own journeys, thinking that they're, you know, they're just making use of chaos like a tool, etc., etc. Not realizing that they're the ones getting used. Looking at you, Arum, you fucking idiot. You think you would get this after how long now? Nope, still going. Anyway, as we've said before, there sort of comes a point when someone gets enough adulation and attention from the Chaos Gods. One of several things can happen. The first is that their body just can't handle it anymore, and it dies. The second is that they become so unstable from all their gifts and the attentions of the Chaos Gods that they mutate into Chaos Spawn. But the third option is they successfully manage to perform enough deeds for the Chaos Gods and receive enough gifts that their mortal form essentially falls off of them and they ascend to demonic status. They essentially ensure themselves almost perfect immortality. There are very few ways to permanently kill a demon prince, as there are very few ways to permanently kill a demon. And yeah, and you know, you're basically at that point, you know, utterly subservient to the Chaos Gods, but you were kind of that way beforehand anyway, so it's not as big of a loss as, you know, as it may sound. And much of the same rules of demonic manifestation are a lot looser for a demon prince. They don't quite need to like, you know, sustain themselves in reality quite as easily. And a great many of the Primarchs that fell to Chaos have ascended to demon princehood. And have since come back to absolutely pester the shit out of humanity since then. The one particular example being Fulgrim, and when he poisoned Guilliman, and, you know, basically took him out of the game. And another is Angron with the first war for Armageddon, which we'll get into when we get to the World Eaters. Don't worry.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, becoming a demon prince is such an end game that even in terms of the writing that's done in universe, Everett, like it's one of the few things that writers tend to be very hesitant to use or give to any character simply because it means that character can then show up pretty much anywhere else in the Warhammer 40k universe, and it just gets too confusing if too many people are doing that garbage. You know, so the fact that Sindri is able to ascend here is not just a big deal in terms of this arc, but also in terms of how much Games Workshop thought about Dawn of War as it was being created. Because you better believe that this story went through multiple censors and rounds of review inside of Games Workshop.
Yeah, as many people who have worked on Games Workshop titles can attest, they spend a lot of time in meetings making sure that they get everything just right. And that means that, you know, you'll often have to ask, is it okay if we do this? Get told no, okay, go back, think of something else, come back. Okay, what about this? Yeah, okay, that'll work. And I mean, it's not a one-way street. Games Workshop will give you a very large amount of access to all the lore that they've built up in all of their, you know, all of their various books and everything that you can cross-reference with, in order to do it. But they do have very strict demands on how things are depicted and shown and everything like that. So that's kind of like when people sort of complain about the whole sorcerers and Khorne thing. I mean, they put it to Games Workshop. Games Workshop said fine. Like, so hey, you know, like
because it's part of a much larger arc that took another game to tell, and that is much more common than folks might end up thinking. Simply because like typically the writing is what outstrips a lot of the other creative assets that go into a lot of these games. Like, I think I mentioned this during all of our Dishonored stuff, but like for Dishonored 2, they had basically, I can't remember if it was 3 or 4 different, like, fully completed, basically, novels that were to become the basis for what Dishonored 2 was supposed to be. and they workshopped it, and eventually we got the story that was in that game, which was kind of a hybrid of two of them, to my understanding. But you know, it again kind of goes back to what I was talking about in terms of how many stories can be told in the context of this universe, and like that alone is one of the most incredible things to me, is how flexible it is, and how many different notes you can hit, even in the context of something that is ostensibly already a meme. Like again, just sort of to review where all we've been and what all we've seen. We've started out with a very different kind of Force commander. Gabriel is not like any other Force commander in any of the other Dawn of War games, let alone many other commanders in like Black Library books. We've seen a chapter made specifically for this, with traits that make them uniquely suited to this story, and then we've also had support from an Inquisitor who is so weird that he actually admitted he was wrong. Like. Okay, like I am officially paying attention to all of this stuff.
Funny thing to say about the Eldar's inclusion in this stage. They're there to help you push up against the forces of chaos, and because there's a large amount of the forces of chaos. I think taking this point that they're trying to take here, if you take it, I think that just bugs them out and they just stop trying. I feel like it does, because I've never actually had them, like, they'll always start out helping out, and then after like a little bit and I start like taking more of the map, they just shut off and they stop helping.
Yes, Lord.
I mean, they're definitely designed to stop before they get to Sindri, so they don't steal the player's thunder. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that if you take one of their strategic points, it's just like, well, I don't know what to do now.
My God, I need those points. I'm gonna take them. This is not a particularly long episode. We're gonna stumble across Sindri and violently murder him fairly quickly.
I mean, but. After the last couple of very methodical missions, this mission does an incredibly good job of capturing the urgency of the situation, because you can't hang around. Like, people have been noticing that like all of these horrors and all of the mutated Marines and so on and so forth. The attacks here are just constant. Like trying to harden up and entrench in is going to do you absolutely no good. Like the only way to make it stop, the only way to truly improve your situation is to push.
That sort of teaches you well for multiplayer. I've actually been a lot more aggressive playing this particular campaign than I would normally playing Dawn of War campaigns. And I've kind of been enjoying it. I've been a lot more proactive. It's just good to get back into it after many years of having just played the game other ways, played other games and just been different. Oh my God, those rockets. Okay.
Oh
okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sup? I was just kidding.
It's just a prank, bro.
Suckers.
This isn't a prank, though. Good Lord in heaven. I still love that voice bind when Chaos Marines die, and they're just kind of laughing their way into the grave.
That's a good death.
It's just like, whatever. I've been blasted a million freaking times. Like snowball sized chunks of my flesh are gone from all over my body. Whatever. Just laugh it out.
They keep trying to sneak builder units over, and they keep... Okay, that's just rude. It's just like one guy...
Just one asshole with a freaking heavy bolter.
This is why no one likes you! It's like a Farsi marker just hanging out, just going, the runes. She's just gonna. Somebody switched out her bag of runes for a magic 8-ball, and she's just flummoxed right now. I can't blame her.
Hey man, like she runs her entire life by those things. Just the entire universe doesn't make sense to her.
Yeah, and we won't be seeing Farsi and Maka until Dawn of War 3. She vanishes for the entirety of the rest of the Dawn of War games, and does not ever even get so much as a mention in Dawn of War 2. And let me just say, after everything that happens here, she's still mega pissed at Gabe when she sees him again. She's so mad at him when she sees him again.
It's her own damn fault.
She's just like,
I am ready to pass.
it's just like, I fucking hate you, Gabe. Like, you fucking ruined my life. And he's like, who are you?
As well he should. That's exactly the way
he remembers. He remembers her.
I still haven't played Dawn of War 3. Like everybody told me the what's the word I'm looking for? Ultimate situation with that thing, and I was just like, nah, I think I'm good. It was a little bit like when Mass Effect 3 came out, and I was super excited to follow up from Mass Effect 2, which I loved. And I got distracted by work and one other game for like the first month or so, and then everybody came back and told me about that fucking ending, and I was just like, you know what, I'm good. I'm just gonna play the multiplayer. Still haven't played it to this day. Just certain memories I'm happy just leaving unspoiled.
I'm kind of, like, at this point, like, playing through Dawn of War, at the end of it, I'm going to sit down and have a big think about whether or not I actually do Dawn of War 3, because there is a part of the back of my brain being like, well, you're doing the first 2 games, you might as well round it out. You did Space Marine. Like, it's just like, and I'm just like, oh god, really? I'm going to end up doing this again.
Here's the counter argument to that, right? Like there have been a number of times where you and I have talked about doing something with Serious Sam, and ultimately it never quite got off the ground because bluntly it's really difficult to keep that game engaging if you're not playing it. It's rather repetitive to watch. But even in the context of that. Like the progression of the games has always like the discussion has always been something like, okay, we do BFE and then we do first encounter and second encounter, and then inevitably somebody's going to say, what about Serious Sam 2? And everybody just immediately turns to that person, glares daggers, and says, what about Serious Sam 2?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like I just want to have a second look at it, and then I'll decide, whether or not like
I'm just
I want to play
saying
it
that
for
there's
people.
precedent.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that there is like the Matrix. It's a real shame that they never made a sequel to that movie. But it's a real goddamn shame.
I always tell people I've only ever actually seen the first Predator film, and I've never felt like going and seeing any of the other ones, even though I've heard 2 is good.
You don't need to.
Like, I've just, like, absolutely never seen any of the other ones. And keep it in mind, when people ask me what my favorite movie is, it's Predator. But I've never bothered to watch any of the other ones. And that's fine by me. I got the Predator I wanted. I don't need any more. Like, I'm content with my plate of food.
Like, the first one... unlike a lot of the other things we're talking about, a lot of a number of the other Predator movies aren't terrible. There's a lot of them that are, but there's a number of the Predator movies that are not terrible. But none of them are as good as the first one. The first one is so freaking good. It's so perfect on so many levels. Like just. It's fine. It's fine to leave your experience pure and untainted. It's fine.
It's what made me the man I am today.
Oh man,
Jesus. We're getting pretty close to the end now. There can't be too much
yeah, and
longer,
now that you've pushed out, it's just like, oh hey, you broke the back of a lot of this stuff. Speaking of breaking backs.
This is the point I'm like, oh, I didn't build an orbital thingy. Oops, I probably shouldn't have deleted those guys. I'm kind kind of silly. But then we'll get there. Also Land Raiders. Ah, man.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, so obviously after this we're going to be hitting up Winter Assault, and then Dark Crusade, and then Soulstorm. I know everyone's really excited to, like, pick which army is going to ruin, like, you know, my soul. Be gone, slave of chaos! And, you know, like, they are such eminently kickable sacks of shit too, those little builders of the Chaos guys. Like, you don't even feel bad, because, like, that's their whole purpose in life, is for that to happen to them.
He didn't even see it coming. That's what really got me. It's just there's this freaking there's the listening post just blasting away thudda, and this heretic's just like rubbing his hands, wondering where his precious is gone, and all of a sudden he's just flying through the air and he breaks his neck.
Gabriel
and his face
Angelos
and his
cracked
ass
that
all at
little
once.
cultist in the side of the head with a hammer that is built to kill demons.
Oh my god!
And
Look at that boy fly.
and he probably hasn't landed yet.
Like that is.
He's
like,
probably
that
still
was
going.
A Warhammer moment.
He's probably the last member of the Chaos Forces to escape Tartarus without a ship.
God.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I love.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared.
It's
I
little
wasn't
things like
prepared
that
for
that
the
are
casual
reason why
brutality.
this game is so good. It's like just one of those reasons. You can say the game ain't good, but I won't believe a word you just said.
Oh man.
Just
All right.
genuinely hysterical sometimes. Some of the things that can happen. All right, we're gonna basically stumble across Sindri any second now. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, a lot of those strategic points up there are superfluous at best. Let's put it to you that way.
I'm just trying to think of if there have been many. Oh hey, she actually
Good work, Matcha, you dumb asshole.
you know put a little metal on her corpse. She tried first, you know, like she actually went and fought. Like
I'll put the. I'm not gonna put a medal on there, but I'll put a post-it note where I put "You tried" in crayon.
that's good enough. Give it a little smiley face. It's good.
Yeah. Fucking god.
The AI in the Dawn of War games has never been that great. The Dawn of War,
Yeah,
the Dawn
even
of
in the
War AI is
multiplayer,
straightforward.
like.
That's its one advantage.
In the multiplayer, it mostly relies on its subtle resource cheating to keep up with a human player, and honestly, I don't care. It's fine. Like it makes for some truly intense battles, and that's all I. Oh, hello.
Who's that ominously glowing in the distance? Wouldn't it be a real shame if somebody just started bombing him from orbit from a distance? Here he comes. It's alright. Still not safe.
Okay. Oh, come on. He didn't do the line.
He didn't do the line.
Oh my gosh, I'm heartbroken.
Maybe I glitched it by bombarding him first.
Maybe, I don't know. Usually when you pull Sindri, he's supposed to roar, "That's right! Come to me! Come to me and die!" But it is my single favorite. It's my single favorite line in the entire freaking game, and in a lot of gaming as a whole.
Stop sync killing my troops and die, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, seriously, dude. You're the problem with sync kills.
Human! Do not destroy the stone! You will doom us all!
Ignore her, Captain. Destroy the stone before it leads others to ruin.
You know not what you do! We cannot allow this. take this human down!
No!
Fool! You have damned us all!
Well done, Captain. Let us bid haste, brothers. The fleet is about to depart and leave us stranded.
I am free. You have my thanks.
Show yourself, demon.
I will. Soon. Until then, go forth and spread word of my return.
I am not your herald, warp spawn.
I'm not. You released me.
No, I destroyed the stone.
Yes. And had you done so sooner, you might well have vanquished me. Instead, you contributed to my release with your every sacrifice.
Sacrifice? What sacrifice?
This planet was an altar, human. To the war god, Korn. Sindri arranged the Orc invasion, knowing the Space Marines would come to end their threat. Every death was a sacrifice toward my release. And I must say, your contributions were many and magnificent. Isidore, Vale, and finally, Sindri himself. Without so many offerings, I would have remained trapped. I thank you. I will spare your life for now. Yes, free. And know I will soon come to claim you all.
Then come and find your judgment waiting. You have escaped captivity, only to face annihilation. I know you now.
Yeah, so ends the Dawn of War campaign. On a cliffhanger that doesn't get resolved until the final Dawn of War 2 expansion.
Yep, like I said, that entire arc takes multiple games to resolve, and this is like this sort of twist. However, is exactly what I was talking about, where it's so cool when they let the Alpha Legion do something. You know, because it's very easy to just sort of sleepwalk through this game, just fighting what's in front of you, attacking, like doing the missions and so on and so forth, and never realizing that there's a subtext. And like I'm not going to say that it's like this incredibly like 9 yards deep subtext, right? There's hints about it, and also, you know, it's a relatively short game and it's a strategy game to begin with. This isn't Shakespeare, but you know, compared to a lot of its contemporaries, and compared to what they needed to do to make a quote unquote good story for a strategy game, it's like it shows a lot of love, and it shows a lot of thought that goes into precisely how a lot of this stuff should go. And as always on this channel, we love it when we can tell thought, and we can love it when love is shown. So, freaking top marks. Not new, but it's worth saying again.
Yeah, this game set a bar for Warhammer 40,000 games that, like, a lot of other studios have tried to make Warhammer 40,000 games, and it's just they've never really been able to sort of reach this sort of same. Oh, this is the best sync kill. This is so good. I love this.
Beautiful sync kill.
Like, just Come on. Here we go.
Here we go!
all your cane kung fu don't matter much against the real OG of murder.
Get you cat as fast as lightning, but I got a really big axe. Like, what does it matter?
Like, it's so good. And yeah, obviously not the end. We have still so much more Dawn of War to get through. Next up is Winter Assault. They're going to be some long episodes, you know, because all the Dawn of War Winter Assault missions are freaking big and long. So I hope you're all going to be ready for a lot more talking over very long sequences of gameplay.
A lot more podcasts.
Ah, man. But it is such a great game series to show off, and I'm really glad to be back doing it again. And I'm glad to have everybody along for the ride as well. This is just one of the best RTS experiences that you're just gonna get even today. And with that in mind, we'll see you all soon in Winter Assault. I've been the last Robo Kai.
And I have been Cool Guy.
And we'll see you all next time.